I work for Gray Line, and we're laid off this time of year. There was two witnesses I know of, myself and another guy, and I came down to the One Niagara building to see how the sales guy was doing. And I closed the door to my car, and about 30 feet from me, I seen something airborne. I first thought it was an airplane. It looked like slow motion. And I said, my God, it's a car. And it's a vehicle, and it's flying through the air. He hit the concrete barrier probably right at the signal, God knows how many thousands of feet before the bridge. It went airborne. The vehicle began to turn sideways and went under something overhead, and then it hit something over there. And my prayer was just, please don't let any of the officers, get hit over there. And then all of a sudden, black smoke, no explosion. We all heard, the people in the building heard it, the metal on metal. Then all of a sudden I saw black smoke and then fire. There was no explosion, just the black smoke. And then there was so much smoke, it was unbelievable. After a while, it probably took 5 minutes for law enforcement to get here. But that's exactly what happened.
How fast did you estimate that he was going?
Well, the other fella, the guy that drives the cab, says he thinks he was doing 100 miles an hour coming down this street here. But to me, it was like slow motion when the vehicle was up in the air. And he was just airborne. I can't imagine how it got that high up, so he had to be doing quite a speed for that to happen.
What was going through your mind?
Pardon me?
How were you feeling?
It was like a movie. It's strange because I can play it in my mind very fast or in slow motion. And it's like a movie. I'm saying, oh my. And then all of a sudden I see a vehicle. It looked like an SUV, but who knows what I saw. But it was a vehicle and it was in the air.
How close would you say it was to where the bridge inspectors would be?
When the vehicle went airborne, it was down by this signal. It hit something like a concrete thing that goes on an angle, and then it went up. It was up in the air, and it started to turn sideways, and then it went in. At that point, I was just praying that it didn't hit any of the Border Patrol officers.
So you didn't see it actually strike where their booths are or anything like that, or?
It went underneath, and then metal hitting metal. That's exactly what I heard. It was metal on metal.
Where were you at the time?
I was right across the street. There's the One Niagara building directly across the street. It was like it was 50 feet away from me, but that's exactly what happened. That car did not get on top. It was airborne.
Were the flames shooting up in the sky?
No, it was black smoke, and then they weren't shooting up. It was like a bonfire or something like that. Then they eventually did get higher. They started out low, and then the flame got bigger and bigger, and then it went down. And by that time, the fire department, then I think they wanted everybody out of the area.
Could you see how many people were actually in the vehicle?
No, I could not see how many were in there. It was just airborne. The only thing I remember is it turned sideways and then hit over there. And at that point, don't let it hit anybody else. So this is the truth.
What did you do after the fact? Were you just standing there in shock?
I'm still a little bit shaky. Sorry about that. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just like something you see in Hollywood or something. And it's strange because I can replay it either in slow motion or fast. But it looked at that point when the vehicle was in the air, it was like it was moving 30 or 40 miles an hour.
And how did you happen to be here?
I came down. We're seasonal tour guides, and we get laid off in the winter. So I came down here to talk to the sales guy just to see how things are going, rather than stay home and get bigger than I already am. Just to come down and shoot the breeze. I've been a guide here in Niagara Falls for 15 years.
Have you spoken to Homeland Security? Did they interview you at all?
Yes, the FBI came to my house. I gave them a statement, and then finally, but before I gave them a statement, because I gave the officer my license, and he said, I said, if I can help you, he took my license, my name and number. I'm seeing all this stuff on the news that was inaccurate, and the news had already called me.
An eyewitness who saw this vehicle explosion. He is saying that the vehicle that was trying to get into the United States did not explode. He's saying that there was smoke when it first hit a concrete barrier, then it was airborne, went sailing into the air, twisted, and then when it landed, there was black smoke. And he said then flames erupted, but he said no explosion, but multiple reports are saying that 2 people have died in this incident. at the Rainbow Bridge crossing between the Canada-U.S. border in Niagara Falls.